you know, we just want to keep it as natural and as pure as possible.
Amazing.
Because that's the way yogurt was made hundreds of years ago, and we still make it in exactly the same way they made it then, by hand.
Brilliant.
When one opens a tub of our yogurt, it's the end product of a very, very long chain. That starts in the soil, where we look after the biology of the soil, the nutrients into the grass grown in the right quantities for the cows to eat, and then inside the cows it's a whole new biological process where the grass gets fermented into nutrients which the cow takes up. She converts that into milk, and then once again there's a fermentation process that takes place in the yogurt vat. So you're looking at a whole chain of processes that eventually ends up in a tub of yogurt. But it started out with soil and sunlight and water, and it's so good to just keep that in mind always, that you're eating the end of a very long chain of processes.
Produces honey, and he brings his bees every winter so they can start making honey from the clover fields, which is apparently, I don't know much about honey, but it's apparently
Making amazing honey.
Making amazing honey, yeah.
Awesome. And the clover is obviously a nitrogen fixer, so it's adding nitrogen to the soil.
Exactly.
So when it's flowering, the bees are coming in,
Absolutely,
so they're helping pollinate.
Yep.
You're giving them amazing honey.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's natural. You're saying about the pastures.
Yeah. I mean, you can see there's planted grass, and they move from pasture to pasture just to kind of look after the soil. As I said to you yesterday, the water is treated with oxygen to duplicate the effects of rainwater.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's literally adding oxygen to the water, you know.
Okay, and then the water to the land.
The water to the land and the soil, yeah. You know, it's someone once in our team once made the comment that we've got nature on our team. And
amazing.
I think that's
a great statement.
It is a great statement, and it's entirely true. I mean, our yogurt is made milk from the cows and nothing added, just hand strained, handcrafted artisanal yogurt.
Amazing.
Small batch, single source. We're very proud of the fact that we've got it's small batch and handcrafted. We really are. I mean,
and the single source, meaning
single
that
source.
You know exactly what cows produce, what milk. You're in control of provenance from what's fed to the cows, which I guess is important.
Exactly, we know what goes into our cows, and we obviously love what comes out of them. So, yeah, that's very important to us.
So that pillowcase is simply holding the yogurt now that it's got the culture in it.
Yeah, it's holding it, and all the excess liquid is running.
It's just running into the drip tray. Okay.
And then, interesting, the whey that comes from there we drain the whey off, and it gets fed back to the cattle as well, to the cows. Yeah.
Amazing. So are they getting some of those probiotics and things? I guess.
Exactly, and protein, a lot of protein from the whey.
Oh wow! So like zero waste, hey?
Zero waste, yeah. No,
amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, it's an amazing.
We also found that the cattle that you farm with on pastures have to be bred and have to be adapted to be able to walk. They have to have good big rumens and an appetite to eat grass, and they can't have a nutrient requirement that is too high, because they can only eat so much grass in a day. And so we've bred smaller, stronger cattle with high solids content in the milk, registered Holsteins, but we've been breeding the red and white variety for about 10 years now, because in Europe, where they stem from, they are the breed that do best on pasture.
Yes, yeah, with any kind of farming, there's never a day off. It's not like your cattle take Christmas off, eh?
Yeah. No, the guys work a full. They've just returned from Klein Johannes and Malabisi returned from Gauteng last night, 7 o'clock, and then they'll be back on the road again Monday at about 12:30.
Okay.
So what they're doing today is they packing cheese, packing yogurt, getting it ready for distribution on Monday.
Let's think about Gauteng. You prefer to be on the farm?
Actually, both of them.
Is it?
Yeah, but you know that Gauteng is a busy city, so
Busy, yeah. You get in contrast. You get the best of both worlds.
always,
Hey?
always.
Okay.
So it's part of challenging. So
Okay.
if ever you are in maybe the city, you get more experience and different cultures, something like that. But I prefer to be on the farm because this area is just quite a nice one. Yeah, so
It's a beautiful environment.
yeah, we enjoy.
This farm is the home to an employee community, and it's really the hub of a surrounding community where the milk that gets produced is so highly prized as an excellent source of food for families that don't necessarily have access to cheap and plentiful protein, being a long way away from stores. Milk is a great product for a family, and children are raised in such a healthy way. The fact that it's raw milk, that we've been drinking raw milk here for 40 years, is a huge positive because it retains all the enzymes and the lactase especially, which is the enzyme which breaks down lactose, makes this raw milk straight off the farm an incredibly beneficial product for a community that has access to it.
Amazing. So, because they're living on a grass-fed diet, as ruminants should,
Yeah.
I'm presuming you also don't have a lot of health issues with these cattle.
No, absolutely. No, our cattle are healthy. You know, they do get, sometimes they get flu and whatnot, but no, they're healthy cattle, and they're well looked after. They really are well looked after.
Assets that we have in terms of producing grass, namely good soils next to the river, good water, lovely climate to be able to produce grass, either tropical summer grasses or temperate winter grasses throughout the year, and that grasses just grew into a passion for me. When I started out, pasture farming, cultivated pastures was very strongly based on the fertilizer model, where you put down lots and lots of fertilizer and got a huge amount of growth. But I found myself over the years moving into a production system where you were encouraging the biology of the soil to actually be doing the work for you in terms of producing its own nitrogen, your organisms bringing the nutrients to the grassroots. And grass is the most amazing plant in the sense that it takes up all the nutrients literally on the periodic table that are present in the soil. It'll be taken up into the grass, and it'll, by extension, then land up in the milk. So that's why the biology is so crucially important.
Okay, so I almost found at times you're like apologetic about the small batch, the size of the production.
We're actually very proud of it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say you should be, because that's exactly what we're after. We're trying to find artisanal producers, people doing it the right way, people obviously looking after the land, the animals, and ultimately the nutrition of the people that are going to be eating the produce.
Yeah.
But you know, there's also something very exciting about providing our customers with something that is relatively exclusive.
Yeah.
You know, and you become part of a club almost, and a fraternity of people that have access to such beautiful produce.
Absolutely. I think the fact that we are small batch, single source, handcrafted, artisanal is what makes us so special. There's nothing big about it, but that's what makes it big for us.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that it is small batch. You know, we receive 600 liters of milk every day, and we make 350 liters of yogurt, or kilogram of yogurt from that. So yeah, we're very proud of that.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. I really, I'm looking forward to our customers experiencing it.
Well, so are we.
Okay, good.
Great.